I decided to throw myself under a tram instead. But the first driver to come along was very young, and I didn't want him to have me on his mind for the rest of his life because of them, because they've betrayed me. It all started about 5 weeks ago. It was my birthday. Our birthday. Judith said, "We're having an 80th birthday party just for you." As you know, it was actually our 79th birthday, but I just let them be a year early and got on with enjoying my day out. Lovely lunch. I had a prawn cocktail and a slice of cheesecake. The cream wasn't real, but it was still nice. Mrs. Parsons had poached fillet of fish and a slice of lemon tart. She said hers was lovely too, but she couldn't get her spoon through the pastry, so she wrapped it in her serviette and popped it in her handbag for later. It was a lovely day. Then they dropped me back home and it all went to mud. Judith told me I had to go to a home, and I said, "I've got a home." But she meant a home in a retirement village. That's when I knew I'd have to be careful about you. I didn't want to be put away just because I talk to you. If Judith heard me, she'd say, "She talks to herself. She's demented." These past weeks have been truly dreadful. As I say, it all started on my birthday, and then they moved Florence in, and, well, it ended last Sunday. It was the last straw, so here I am. It's obvious that together, the very people who are meant to care about me planned the whole conspiracy. As the saying goes, crows everywhere are equally black. Why? That's what I want to know. Why would they do that to me? Day 1. Walter told them to be dressed and ready for the surprise birthday party by 11. So, on Sunday, Margery inched out of bed especially early to eat her breakfast. After she'd been in to see Mrs. Parsons, she showered, ran a wet comb through what was left of her curls, dressed in her best frock, coat and hat, a squat felt hat she'd bought in 1949, and was waiting at the gate by 10, peering down Gold Street. Eventually, Walter came kicking along the footpath, smiling just for Margery, a 60-ish ex-boxer, balding yet hirsute, a shiny Elvis curl on his forehead, and the remnants of a ducktail carefully constructed at his nape. Because it was his mother's birthday, he carried his purple suit folded over his arm, and, as always, Walter was jaunty, victorious, draped in silk, his opponent prone on the canvas, his boxing gloves bloodied, triumph obliterating the pain in his battered ribs, not a sleek black hair on his head out of place, and his entourage behind him. All around, the spectators pulsed. Bull, bull, Brunswick bull. At the sight of her son, Margery's stern, slightly bewildered expression warmed. 980 days, she said, her distorted image looming back at her from Walter's chrome lens sunglasses. 980 days without one single drink, he said, and kissed her on the cheek. How are you, Walter, dear? Never better. He gave her a plastic supermarket bag. You look pretty. Margery blushed.